This message is for someone who feels called to a higher purpose. It might be you if you often sense that you're here on earth for a reason, to bring light and guidance to others. You might think of yourself as an earth angel, a person with a special mission to help people around you and to bring positive change into the world. Signs may have already pointed you toward this mission. For instance, you might frequently see the numbers 2, 4, or 5, or even repeating patterns like 22, 44, or 55. If any of these numbers seem to follow you or pop up often, they could be signs that this message is meant for you. These numbers may be reminders of your purpose and the angels supporting you on your journey. The life of an earth angel isn't always easy. You've likely gone through some tough situations. You may have faced betrayal from people close to you, family members, friends, or even co-workers. These painful experiences may have happened repeatedly, but they weren't without purpose. They've taught you important lessons about trust and helped you develop a strong intuition. This is your inner guidance system that allows you to sense when someone isn't being real with you. Because you've been through these difficult situations, you can now quickly spot when someone around you has dishonest intentions. This insight might feel like a gift because you see things others miss. You might sense that someone is wearing a mask pretending to be one way when they're actually another. This understanding has become a part of you, not only because of who you are, but because life has shown you these lessons through real experiences. As someone with this special purpose, you also have a supportive presence around you. Many angels and guides are helping you on this mission. They're here to provide strength, protection, and guidance. At times, you may feel a pull towards certain people, places, or situations as if you're being directed to them. Trust that this is your angel's way of leading you where you're needed, though. Forgiveness is a big theme in your journey. After facing betrayal and hurt, it's only natural to hold on to anger or resentment. But holding on to these feelings can block your growth. More importantly, it can prevent you from receiving the blessings and miracles waiting for you. When we hold on to negative emotions, they act as walls, blocking the good things that want to enter our lives. Forgiving doesn't mean excusing the hurt or saying it's okay, it simply means you're ready to release that pain and let go of any control it has over you. If you feel ready, start by forgiving yourself. Sometimes we're hardest on ourselves, thinking, why didn't I see this coming? Or how could I let this happen? Let go of these self-criticisms. You did your best with what you knew then. Forgive yourself for any perceived mistakes and allow yourself to be at peace. You're growing and learning with each experience. Then move toward forgiving others. This doesn't mean you have to welcome back anyone who hurt you. It simply means letting go of the anger or disappointment, freeing yourself from the burden. Imagine forgiveness as setting down a heavy backpack you've carried for too long. Once you let it go, you'll find that your path becomes lighter and blessings and opportunities will come more freely. Your presence has a unique impact on others, even if you don't always realize it. People who may be struggling with honesty, self-worth, or trust are drawn to you. When you interact with them, even if it's just by being your true self, your energy brings a sense of healing. Your kindness, openness, and light encourage them to look inward and consider their own growth. Often you might find that your mere presence reveals the truth in others. For example, if someone is being dishonest, your authenticity may make them feel uncomfortable, or seeing this reaction is because your light, your inner goodness triggers something in them. It reflects back their hidden sides, the parts they don't always want to face. And this isn't something you have to try to do, it happens naturally just by being yourself. This mission of helping others heal might even extend to people who don't yet believe in themselves or in any sort of spiritual path. Sometimes you may be drawn to people who seem messy, lost, or like they're caught up in the hardships of life. You may not understand why you feel drawn to help them, but it's because your angels are guiding you toward those who need your light. In a sense, you're on a journey not only to grow, but also to guide others toward their own awakening. You might already be aware of your purpose and feel fully connected to it. If so, you've reached a level of understanding that can help others who are still struggling to find their way. They might not yet see their purpose or understand the higher meaning of their life, and your role is to help them awaken to these truths. There are different ways you might feel called to do this. It could be through teaching, counseling, or just being a supportive friend. Perhaps you feel drawn to healing arts like Reiki or energy work. Whatever your gifts may be, they're part of your mission to help others become aware of their own light. Just by being a positive, genuine presence, you offer a type of healing that encourages them to see themselves clearly. Trust in your instincts as they guide you toward people and situations where your presence is needed. This guidance is often subtle, like a strong urge to reach out to someone, visit a certain place, or start a particular conversation. This pull is the work of your angels. They're guiding you to those who need your light, especially those who are lost in doubt, self judgment, or insecurity. Numbers may also play a role in reminding you of your path. Along with numbers like 2, 4, or 5, you might also notice numbers like 19, 25, or 7. These numbers are signs of support, reminding you that you're on the right path and that your angels are with you. If you're drawn to someone who doesn't yet believe in themselves or who doesn't have a strong sense of spirituality, remember that they too may be an earth angel who hasn't yet awakened to that truth. Your presence in their life might be exactly what they need to open their eyes to this possibility. You're here to be a guide, a light, and an inspiration for others. While your journey has been challenging, those struggles have prepared you to carry out this mission. You've already awakened to your purpose, and now it's time to help others do the same. Know that your angels are with you, supporting you every step of the way. They're guiding you to the people and places where your light is needed most. In closing, I want to thank you for embracing this path. It takes courage to walk this journey, and your willingness to do so makes a big difference in the lives of those around you. Remember, your light helps others see themselves more clearly. Whether you know it or not, you're making a positive impact, helping others to heal, grow, and awaken. Sometimes we feel a strong pull towards certain people who don't seem interested in spirituality or self improvement. They might appear to live only for fun or to avoid thinking about deeper things in life. This feeling can be confusing, especially if they don't seem to match our values or goals. You may wonder, why am I so drawn to this person, even if they don't understand or care about these deeper things? This often happens because there is a hidden connection between you and that person, one that goes beyond what either of you can see right now. Sometimes the people we are drawn to have a spiritual side they don't know about yet. In fact, your presence in their life could be part of what activates or awakens that hidden part of them. However, because they aren't yet aware of their own potential, they might feel uncomfortable or avoidant around you. They may sense there's something different about you, even if they don't understand what it is, and that can make them pull back. They may not feel ready to look at this side of themselves, and so they distance themselves from you. If you feel a strong pull to help this person, it could be part of your own purpose in life. You might feel this because your journey involves helping others find their true selves or purpose. This could mean showing them a side of life that they haven't yet explored or helping them understand parts of themselves they've ignored. Often, people who have a strong spiritual mission in life feel this way. They feel drawn to others who could benefit from a little guidance, even if those people aren't looking for help. However, being called to help others is rarely easy, and sometimes it brings hurt or disappointment. The people we try to help might reject us or even betray us, but each of these experiences can hold valuable lessons. They are often tests or reminders of why we are on our path and what we're here to do. Looking at these moments as lessons rather than failures can help us grow and understand our journey. For example, if someone you try to help ends up hurting you, that experience can teach you about boundaries, forgiveness, or even about resilience. Imagine each connection with someone as a chapter in a larger story. Sometimes people come into our lives to teach us something specific, or we come into their lives to help them with a lesson of their own. If you view every person you meet as having a unique reason for crossing your path, it can make the pain or confusion feel more meaningful. Even a challenging relationship can have a purpose, and each person we meet can teach us something we didn't know before. If you often feel this strong desire to support or guide people, it could mean that you're a natural healer or guide. This doesn't necessarily mean you need to be a therapist or a professional healer. It could simply mean that you bring a positive, insightful presence into people's lives. When you enter someone's life, it might make them see parts of themselves that they've avoided. They might not be aware of it, but your energy could be a light in their life, even if they don't always appreciate it right away. It's important to remember that helping others isn't just about fixing their problems. Often our role is to hold up a mirror so they can see their potential. It's not always about saving them, but rather about supporting them so they can discover their own answers. For some, just knowing that someone cares or believes in them can be the push they need to start a journey of self-discovery. Think of yourself as a guide, showing them a new perspective rather than someone who has to solve all their issues. Some people might resist your help, or they might even act like they don't need you. This can be frustrating, but it's a reminder that not everyone is ready for change. If someone isn't prepared to look inward or address their deeper issues, they might respond by pulling away. It's a natural reaction for people to avoid what feels challenging or unfamiliar, and that's okay. Your role is not to force anything, but simply to offer support if and when they're ready. When you meet new people, especially if they are dealing with challenges you have already faced, you might feel that familiar urge to help. Your experiences have given you valuable lessons that others may not yet know. If you see someone struggling with something you've already overcome, it's natural to want to share what you've learned. For example, if you've learned how to set healthy boundaries, you might recognize when someone else needs to do the same. Your role might be to show them that it's possible and to support them as they find their way. Sometimes helping others can feel like an uphill battle. It can be tiring, especially if you feel like they aren't listening or aren't ready to change. In these moments, it's important to remember that being a healer or guide doesn't mean you have to take on other people's problems. Your job is to offer light and guidance, not to carry their burdens for them. Think of it like holding up a flashlight in a dark room. You're showing them the way, but it's up to them to walk forward. If someone enters your life and you sense that they need help, but they're distant or seem to reject your support, it's likely that they are facing their own internal struggles. When people aren't ready for change, they can feel scared or defensive. Your presence might remind them of things they need to work on, but that doesn't mean they're ready to dive into those changes. Trust that they will reach out when the time is right and that your kindness will have left an impact, even if they don't respond right away. Another important part of helping others is knowing that you have your own mission and boundaries. Even though it's fulfilling to support others, it's also essential to care for yourself. You can only truly help others when you're grounded and balanced yourself. Take time to recharge, reflect, and focus on your own growth. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, and many people feel a similar pull to help those around them. If you continue to meet people who need guidance, it's likely that this is part of your life's purpose. You may be here to bring a fresh perspective, clarity, and support to those who are lost or struggling. Embrace this role knowing that it's a gift not everyone has. Every time you feel that pull towards someone is a sign that you have something valuable to offer them, even if it's just a kind word, a listening ear, or a gentle nudge in the right direction. When you see people acting cold or distant, try to view their behavior with understanding. They may be facing challenges you can't see, and your presence might be stirring up things they haven't dealt with. Being kind and open, even when others pull away, is part of your mission. It's about showing up authentically, offering support without forcing it, and letting people come to you when they're ready. If you start looking at each relationship as part of a larger purpose, it will help you find meaning in every interaction. You're here to make a difference, and even small acts of kindness can change lives in ways you may never fully see. People might not always thank you, and sometimes they might misunderstand your intentions. But as long as you know that you're acting from a place of love and purpose, you're fulfilling your mission. Remember, the people who hurt you or push you away aren't failures or wasted efforts. They're part of the lessons you're here to learn. Each person teaches you something about yourself, your strength, patience, or even your boundaries. And sometimes the hardest lessons come from those who challenge us the most. Trust that every experience is shaping you into the person you're meant to be and helping you grow in ways that are essential to your mission. So, as you go forward, know that you are not alone in feeling this call to help others. Many people are on a similar journey, feeling a deep desire to uplift, guide, and support. Each connection you make has value, and every person you help is part of a larger plan. Embrace this role with an open heart, knowing that your purpose is meaningful and that you're making a difference one person at a time. You have a powerful gift, one that allows you to bring light and peace into the lives of others. You have a unique ability to transform painful, dark feelings into something brighter, like turning pain into joy and hopelessness into peace. You're a natural healer, a guide, and a source of warmth to those around you, and you may not fully realize the extent of this yet. Because of this gift, the people you meet aren't just random encounters. Your presence in their lives has a greater purpose, and you're here to offer them something they may not even know they need. As someone who is balanced and deeply in tune with yourself, you've likely worked hard to get here. You have an understanding of your own energy and have aligned with a part of yourself that is wise, compassionate, and deeply loving. This inner alignment makes you a source of calm and peace, someone others look to for guidance even if they don't always express it openly. When you cross paths with people who are struggling, still dealing with personal attachments or deep inner conflicts, it's important to stay true to yourself. You don't need to change to fit in with them or to help them understand you. They may still be influenced by ego, by things that hold them back, or by doubts that keep them trapped. That's okay. You're not here to change who you are to make them feel comfortable. Instead, you're here to be your authentic self, showing them a new way to live and be. Your role is to be wise, calm, and genuine. Show these people your real self so they can see a different way of being. By simply being who you are, you give them the chance to choose for themselves if they want to grow or change. Sometimes this means they'll learn by observing you rather than from anything you directly say or do. Your actions, your patience, and your calmness will speak louder than any advice. It's possible that some of these people have prayed or asked the divine for help, hoping for guidance or relief from what they're going through. In a way, your presence is an answer to those prayers. Whether you meet them in a coffee shop, at a gathering, or during a random interaction, you're there as an answer to their silent call for help. You don't need to force healing on anyone, though everyone has free will, and healing is a choice. If they're not ready to receive help or to grow, it's okay to let them go with peace. You tried, and that's all you need to do. Your purpose is to guide those who are open to growth and ready to take that step. Sometimes you may notice certain numbers repeatedly, like 222, 333, or 1111, or other significant sequences. These numbers could be messages from the universe, gently reminding you of your mission and purpose. They act as small nudges, signaling that you're on the right path and encouraging you to stay committed to helping others. Being kind, empathetic, and gentle may be seen as weak by some people, but your role is to be a light. The world can often misunderstand kindness as a lack of strength, but in reality, it takes courage to stay kind and compassionate. You're here to shine and to show others that true love and empathy can heal even the hardest hearts. For some of you, part of your purpose is to help people transition from a dark, heavy space into a brighter, lighter one. You might be meeting people who are dealing with deep struggles, who feel trapped or lost and don't know how to find peace. You have a role in their lives, even if it's as simple as listening or sharing a kind word. As an empath, you naturally feel others' emotions deeply, and this makes you sensitive to their struggles. When someone is hurting, you may feel it as if it were your own pain. This sensitivity may seem overwhelming at times, but is part of your gift, allowing you to connect and understand what they need in ways that others can't. Because of your natural healing abilities, you're also a teacher and guide. You've been through enough of your own healing journey to need to understand the way forward, and now you can help others find their path too. When you feel drawn to someone, it's not a coincidence, it's a spiritual calling. If you feel a strong pull toward helping someone, that connection is likely part of a higher purpose. You're here to help others wake up to who they truly are, showing them their own inner strength and guiding them toward healing and growth. This calling isn't always about what you want, but rather what the divine or the universe wants for you. Sometimes this mission will ask you to step out of your comfort zone or to face challenges. But trust that it's all part of a bigger plan. When your soul leads you toward helping others, even if it doesn't make logical sense at first, trust that it's right. You're here to help heal and guide souls who are lost or struggling, bringing them into a place of understanding and light. In many ways, this journey is also about love, real, genuine love that goes beyond appearances and judgments. Your purpose involves showing others that they are worthy of love and compassion, even if they feel unworthy or believe they don't deserve it. By being in their lives, you're there to remind them that true love goes beyond the surface. You help them see that love can be healing, that it's okay to be cared for, and that everyone deserves kindness even when they're in a dark place. Some people may be afraid to heal because they're so used to their pain, and your role isn't to force them but to gently offer them another way. You're like a bridge for those who want to move from darkness to light, a guide who helps them find their path. It may be hard at times, and you may feel deeply affected by the pain of others, but remember that your presence is a gift. Every person you help becomes a little stronger, a little closer to finding their own light. When you feel uncertain, remember that the universe is guiding you. Signs like repeated numbers, dreams, or certain people entering your life are all gentle reminders from the divine. Each encounter, each nudge is part of your soul's mission. This isn't just a series of random events, it's all connected to a greater plan that you're here to fulfill. You're not just helping others for their sake, but also growing and learning yourself, becoming even more connected to your purpose. Even though this mission might feel heavy sometimes, know that it's a calling that few people are chosen for. Your ability to empathize and heal is rare, and it's why the divine has chosen you to be here, in this place and time, doing this work. People may not always understand your kindness, but your purpose isn't to be understood by everyone. You're here to love, to guide, and to help those who need it, even if they don't see it themselves. So keep shining your light. Be gentle with yourself and others. Let your compassion guide you, and don't be discouraged if some people aren't ready to accept help. You are like a beacon, attracting those who are searching for answers. those who feel lost, and those who want to find peace. Each person you help will carry a part of your light with them, and in time they may pass that light on to others as well. In summary, you're on a journey that goes beyond the physical world. You're here to touch lives in a way that brings people out of darkness and into a brighter, kinder, and more compassionate understanding of life. Trust in your gift and your ability to make a difference. This mission may be challenging, but it's also deeply fulfilling. Embrace the love and peace within you and let it flow out to others, knowing that your journey is guided by something greater. You're here to help others find their way, to remind them of their worth, and to show them that healing is possible. With each soul you guide, you're fulfilling your divine purpose. So keep going with faith, love, and trust in the path laid out before you. Your light matters more than you know.